Well, hey family, this is Darlene with Jewelry by BDK. Wanted to stop by real quick because I am sitting here making necklaces. So I'm making necklaces and bracelets for some upcoming shows. And I finished a pair of earrings. So let's go ahead and make a necklace to match with these. I really like the way these turned out. Very different, really pretty. Very lightweight too. So let's get busy. See what we can come up with. I'm going to make a 22-inch necklace using the pendant. So let's do this. I am going to be using hand-painted beads. And I'm going to start off with these 25 millimeters. Something simple, something real quick. Let's see. And I'm going to use some of the wire beads too. Just a couple of these. So we'll put those here. All in a matter of probably, what, 10 minutes? So we'll put those there. Let's go ahead and do some polka dots. And then I'm going to use these black beads. Let's see if I can get these beaded on. I always have a problem with these big old metal wire beads. Let's see if we can get these on here. And it'll have a big old hole. As you can see, it's like holes all over the place, but for some reason, you could never get it easily through holes, okay? And it's like, I know it got holes in it because it had holes in it when I took it off of, what I took it off of. It's just always difficult to get them back through here. Let's try it this way. And I think I'm out of frame, so you guys can watch me struggle with this. Okay, well that worked. We got that one. And then let's go ahead and use a couple of wood beads. The wood, but this color here, natural beads. So we'll do those. And you know what? I think I want to go with a couple of big brown ones too. So we'll go with these just to give it. So we'll do those. And you know what? I think I am going to go with a couple more of these big beads. I like the way the colors are looking on there. So let's see. Oh yeah, I like the way that looks. I really like the way that looks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the smaller 20 millimeter beads and we will put those and put that there. One of the ladies watches, she told me she watches from the bushes, right? And when she says she watches from the bushes, she means that she watches. She may not comment. I think she said maybe she likes videos and, you know, she clicks like and all that good stuff. So what she did is we went through a quick little jewelry making tutorial. So she has been making jewelry for like over 20 something years and has a private clientele, you know, that she serves. So we had a really good conversation, some really good tips and stuff that she, you know, that she shared with me. And it was a really fruitful conversation. Some really good stuff. And as you guys know, I didn't come from making beaded jewelry. My whole thing was leather and suede jewelry. I've always made leather and suede jewelry. I've never been into the beaded jewelry. I never wanted to do beaded jewelry. You know why? Because everybody was doing beaded jewelry. So for me, I always wanted something different. So the leather and suede jewelry was different. It wasn't what somebody else was making. Nobody was into it. And it was like my own thing, right? But when those small businesses started to go out of business, of course, it's like, okay, well, now what am I going to do? So, let me grab this. Ooh, my little phone just be ringing off the hook. Where was I at? Oh, when the small businesses all went out, that was selling the the leather and suede, and I did always buy lambskin, the soft leather. So I said, okay, well, I got to do something. So that's how I started doing, you know, the beaded jewelry. And that's why I'll say in the video, I don't know everything. I know a little bit, but I don't know everything. And I am very open, you know, to any little comments and tips. And if you've been making jewelry forever, you know, I don't have a problem with that. Not at all. Go ahead and put it in the comment. And if it makes sense, you know, if it makes sense, I'll use it. If it don't make sense, I won't use it. You know, that's just the whole thing. If I allow you to think for me, what type of person would that make me be? Okay. Never been easily influenced, never been one to, you know, let somebody think for me. But if you have comments, because you do have the skill from doing something for so long and it makes sense to me, you best believe I'm going to use some of it. I'm going to definitely use some of it. You can best believe that one. But anyway, this is what we're going to do. And if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm graduating the beads. So we're going bigger, and then we're going to medium, and then I'm going to do small. And that's something that she was sharing with me. She was saying, well, what you want to do is kind of graduate your beads from bigger to medium to small. And see, I wasn't doing that. I'm going bigger to smaller, right? And for me, it looked good. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. However, when I look at some of the, you know, designs that I have made, I can see that there's a kind of like an imbalance. And that's cool. You live, you learn, and you do better. So that's really cool. And then what I did too is I did a lot of research, like looking at pieces that were very expensive pieces or pieces that were made by, you know, big name brand folk. And they too use a certain standard to make certain things. And that's really good. So, I mean, it makes sense. It really does make sense. So this is this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use, you know what, I think I'm going to go with some, these black onyx beads. Only because we can do that because we're graduating the beads. And then that's the thing too, when you self-taught, you know, you basically just kind of living on the edge. You doing whatever looks good to you, whatever makes sense to you. That's basically what you're doing. But when I look at it, I like the way that looks. It does look very graduated. It does. You can kind of see a balance. So that looks real good. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple more of these black onyx beads on here too. Yeah, I do not have problem at all. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it don't make sense, it just don't make sense, you know. And then trust and believe on the back end, I'm not losing at all. So anything you see me do, anything, whatever, I have totally thought it out. I have considered all. And in addition to that, remember, I don't videotape everything. I don't tell you guys all my business. So there's a lot of things that you guys don't know that may not make sense to you on video. That's because you don't get to know everything. I like the way that looks. Look, right? And I think I am going to, let me try something. I'm going to put a couple more beads on here, like maybe 2 more on each side. So we'll do that. I was just going through, I was going through the emails this morning, and, oh wow, yeah, I like the way that looks. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and close it off. I was going through the emails this morning, and, you know what, wait a minute, I think I want to put a couple more on here. Let me do, actually one, I'm going to put 2 more. So this will make it the inches that I want it to be. And then let's see something. Yeah, Yep, that's exactly what I want it to be. So we're going to go ahead and close this off. Because I like my necklaces anywhere between 20 and 22 inches. So that's what I am. I'm going to make this one. This one is going to be 20 inches. So we're going to go ahead and close this one off. I was going to make it 22, but we're going to go ahead and make it 20. So we're going to go ahead and close this one off. What was I telling y'all? I forgot. Oh, and I got a busy weekend planned. What y'all doing? Anybody got any events for the weekend? Or I know I'm going to, it's a spiritual seminar I'm going to tomorrow. It's from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Tomorrow. So it's pretty much, well, that ain't all day, but it's almost all day. And then after I finish that, I do have a couple other things I plan on doing. Hanging out with some folk. And doing some other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and close this off. So I'm going to just go ahead and roll that wire around. And then we'll close it up in there. And I don't want to feel anything. Take this wire. I still don't feel good either. I'm like, oh my God, I hope I feel okay in the morning. It's like a wooziness, or it almost feels like a head cold that's trying to come on. And I did take some medicine, but ooh, I like the way this looks. That's really nice. I like the way that looks. So let's go ahead and grab us jump ring. Close this off because I'm going to come back and put lobster clasp on all these, because I am sitting here making necklaces and earrings. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. Right? That's really, really pretty. And I have a lot of these beads, so I am going to incorporate these more into some of the necklaces that I'm making, because I probably got about 50 of these beads hanging around here, just a mixture of all these colors right here. And I haven't been using them, really don't know why, but I am going to use them because I do like the way they marry with these other beads. So that looks really pretty. I love this. I just absolutely love this. Let's see. And these earrings, this part right here is glass. The little glass beads that I wrap with that 18 gauge wire, and of course hand painted beads, some more glass beads, and then we have hand painted beads, wire beads that I made, hand painted beads that I painted. We have these metal beads, wood beads. This pendant right here is I made the pendant, and then what happened is, because you guys know if you're watching any of my videos, I don't like this part exposed, right? But what happened is when I made the pendant, I made it too long. And I was like, oh, shoot, I made it too long. But I wasn't going to take it apart because, as you could see, I put a lot into this part right here just doing the wiring. So what I did is I took, this is an actual earring, this wood, and I painted that and then went ahead and put these pieces, these charms all on here. And then I glued the pendant onto here. And then I just made a bigger pendant. And then did it that way. And I was like, okay, if I put a couple more jump rings on here, right, that'll give it a little bit more personality. It won't look as naked, I don't think. So I think it came out pretty good. In fact, I really like it. I like the way it looks like that. You know, just kind of hanging free. Ooh, somebody gonna eat this up. Okay, somebody gonna eat this up. This is really, really nice. Let me see. One looks like, oh, that's because of the hole. Yeah, These are nice. Y'all let me know what you think about this. I really like this. Really, really nice. But anyway, got a couple more necklaces I need to work on. Some more bracelets I need to work on. Just trying to get enough stuff made for May, June. And I might do the show in, what is that? In August. And of course, you know, during the summertime, there's like all kind of stuff coming up. And then I got an invitation, I think it was the day before yesterday. There's another, like a Juneteenth event coming up. Another one. There's a lot in June anyway. But another one that somebody thought I might be interested in. But I probably won't, because I don't want to stretch myself too thin like that. And guess what? New subscribers, thank you for hitting subscribe. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being a part of the little community. Whatever it was that made you click subscribe, whatever it is that you were inspired by, moved by, I do hope that you see more of that on the channel. Okay. Go ahead and comment. You see something, go ahead and comment. And I will try to answer back as soon as I can. Darlene Knight with Jewelry by BDK. Guess what, folks? We'll talk soon.